Let me know when you're ready.
Go.
Mayor. Welcome, everyone, to the Township Council meeting, Monday, September 21st, 2020. This meeting is now called to order. Mayor, would you please lead us in the salute to the flag?
Welcome, everyone, to the Township Council meeting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mrs. Kraus, please read the statement of public notice.
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. The notice of the meeting was prominently posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on January 9, 2020. A copy of the notice was mailed to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. This meeting is being conducted under the circumstances surrounding the COVID-19 health situation. No public will be allowed to attend the meeting in person. The YouTube link to view this meeting can be accessed on the Township website at www.lfnj.com. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Thank you. Before we call the roll, I just want to address one issue. Councilmember Quaddy and Councilmember Vancheri, do you want to be addressed as councilmember or councilman?
I'm comfortable with whatever you're comfortable with.
Likewise.
And Councilwoman Sieber and Councilmember Woman Hablitz, how do you want to be addressed by?
I'm a proud woman. Either title is great for myself, Sieber. I agree, Councilwoman Hablitz, that you can call either, and I would be happy.
Thank you. Mrs. Kraus, please call the roll.
Councilmember Hablitz?
Present.
Councilmember Kawadi?
Present.
Councilmember Seeger?
Present.
Councilmember Vancheri?
Present.
Council President Scoba?
Present. Please let the record show that Councilor Mr. Wenzel is on this meeting, and also Chief Post is also present, as long as with the Mayor Damiano. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for August 24th and September 14th? That motion was made by Councilman Kawadi, second by Councilman Vancheri. Mrs. Kraus, call the roll.
Councilmember Hablitz?
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi?
Yes.
Councilmember Seeber?
Yes.
Councilmember Vancheri?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes. Councilman Kawadi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President. Once again, I want to remind people that the domestic violence vigil will be October 15th at Town Hall, and that we will also be making a video of it and showing it to people online. I believe the Chief of Police has shared some messages for the Domestic Violence Committee through the Police Department's Facebook page, and we'll be asking him to do that once again. So we're looking forward to that on October 15th. And again, want to remind people that on Halloween, we are planning a gathering at Memorial Park on Wilmore Road. We're in the process of setting it up now, Councilwoman Hablitz and I, and we're looking forward to that being a great event. Of course, it will be dependent on the governor's executive orders that are in place at the time. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Kawadi. Councilman Vancheri?
Thanks, Council President. Nothing from me tonight. There's a few things I'm working on, and I'm hoping to have some updates for the next meeting.
Wow. Councilman Vancheri, that is a first, so. Councilwoman Hablitz? Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you very much. I really don't have much to report, as this is my first real council meeting, but I did just want to say that I'm happy to be on the council, and I will continue to work for the betterment of our town. I've been an integral part of the behind the scenes on the 5K, the farmers market, and a lot of other events, and I'll continue working for our residents with community events.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sieber, I think we had a surprise guest at the farmers market this Sunday.
We did, thank you. So again, we had our farmers market this past Sunday. Our Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill came. Not only did she visit the market, but she also did a lot of shopping, so we were happy to see that. It was great to have her take a big part in our community events here and go around and talk to residents as well as our local vendors. So I'm also happy to report with the farmers market, based on lots of popular demand, especially by our vendors, we are going to be extending the market through November 1st. And then also, we also did have our yard sale, again, which I had mentioned, so we will be looking to set a date for the following year for that date, for that event also.
Thank you, Councilwoman Sieber. Yes, and to all Councilwoman Havlitz, that yard sale, as I went around, and I think the mayor will also agree with me that most of the residents actually wanted it 2 or 3 times a year. They were so happy that this took place to get rid of some of the things that they didn't want anymore. So that was a wonderful opportunity for the residents to clean out their houses of goods that they could give out to someone else. So thank you. Mayor Damiano?
Thank you, Council President. This evening, I only have a couple of updates. One is that the Sports and Recreation Complex at Duva Field, the turf project is progressing very nicely. It is anticipated that the turf will be completed by the end of this week, and that they call it the GMAX test. It has to do with concussion rating and softness of the field. Is going to be completed this week as well. And so long as all of those approvals that are necessary are given based upon those readings and those ratings, the field will begin to be open for play as soon as this upcoming weekend. Unfortunately, it's not going to be fully open at nighttime yet. There is still some electrical work that needs to be completed next week, and that will conclude all of our electrical lighting and sound system that will be installed there. So that field will be ready to go and usable as soon as this weekend, and essentially about fully operational as soon as the following weekend. There are still some little odds and ends that need to be tied up, like we're waiting on delivery of some bleachers and a couple of other things along those lines. But the field will be open, as long as all goes according to plan this week, as soon as this weekend. So we're very excited about that. While we're talking about that area of town, there's been a number of concerns raised to me about the Jackson Park area of town, and a lot of truck traffic that has increased over the past couple of weeks there, or about a month and a half now, as a result of a new business taking possession of a building in that area. I have met with a number of individuals in that area, and I think we have a very reasonable resolution that will be satisfactory to everyone in Jackson Park. And I'm excited that we'll be having a meeting with all of the residents in Jackson Park this Thursday at 6 p.m. on the corner of, I believe it was Harrison and Jackson is where we decided we were going to meet as the location. Please, everybody, bring your masks if you're coming to the meeting, and social distance if possible, and hopefully we'll make some good strides towards a reasonable resolution for everybody there in an effort to alleviate some of the truck traffic that's in that area. Finally, Council President, I have a proclamation to read this evening. It is for National Hispanic Heritage Awareness Month, and I'm going to read, whereas we celebrate the countless contributions of more than 60 million Hispanic Americans to our culture and society, and whereas Hispanic Americans are the largest minority group in the United States today, and whereas as part of our commitment to promoting the success of Hispanic Americans, and whereas it is appropriate to increase Hispanic cultural awareness and diversity by recognizing the contributions made and the important presence of Hispanic Americans to the United States and to celebrate their heritage and culture. Now, therefore, be it resolved that during September 15th through October 15th, as National Hispanic Heritage Awareness Month, each of us will become better educated about Hispanic Americans. And be it further resolved that I, Mayor James Belford Damiano, do hereby recognize September 15th, 2020 through October 15th, 2020 as National Hispanic Heritage Awareness Month in the Township of Little Falls.
Thank you, Mayor. Can you just circle back to, also to comment on the shack? I was driving to work today and saw that beautiful trestle or cupola, whatever it's called, and to explain to the residents what's going on with the food source there.
Absolutely. The township has entered into an agreement with a food vendor there that is going to be providing the food services for the recreation facilities there. It is going to be open more than just for times than when games are being played. It's going to be open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Again, the proprietor of that area is going to eventually announce the hours that they wish to have it opened. But it's going to be open to the public. It's going to be an area that people can meet, that people can enjoy a coffee in the morning, a lunch in the afternoon, or a dinner in the evening. And while doing all of that, watch some of our sports and recreation that we have going on there. Some of our youngsters playing sports on days and on nights and weekends, and even some of our adult leagues playing on some other times. So it's going to be an outstanding facility. I'm very excited about the entirety of this project coming together, and I am very excited to soon be announcing the grand opening of all of it officially, although there will be some soft openings of all of these new facilities over the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, Mayor Damiano. Councilor Wenzel, do you have anything to report to this governing body this evening?
Not at this time, Council President. I appreciate you acknowledging me.
Well, I do see that you are setting some, in the future, some resolutions that we should be adopting, so I thank you for that. One is on the curb appeal, if I'm not mistaken. Was that correct?
Yes, Council President. They'll be finalized in short order.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to open the meeting to public for all matters?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by Council Member Sieber, second by Councilman Kawadi. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, that motion signify by saying nay. That motion carries. Mrs. Kraus?
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so by sending an email to ckraus@lfnj.com. The email must provide your name and address for the record. At this time, there will be a 10-minute recess, which will allow the public to send comments and questions via email. At the end of the recess, the meeting will reconvene and all proper emails will be read into the record. The Council President will determine if a response is needed, and if so, shall direct said response. Once the process is complete, we'll return to the regular order of business.
So at this time, we'll take a 10-minute recess for comments, and we'll resume. Someone have the time?
7:14.
7:13.
7:13.
7:14.
7:14, so we'll resume at,
Yeah.
in 10 minutes from now. Thank you. We good, Mr. Kusia?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We are now back in regular session. Mrs. Kraus, at this time, did you receive any comments or email or any questions regarding public comment for all matters?
Yes, I received one comment.
Okay. I see that. Mayor, do you also have that?
I do, Council President.
Mayor, would you like to address Mr. Luis Fernandez from Harrison Street, his comment regarding the police department?
Sure. It reads, Mr. Mayor, we might be the largest majority in the United States, like you read on your statement, but let me bring this up once again. We still do not have any Hispanic members in the police department, in all caps. So it is ironic that you make this proclamation. It is sort of an insult the way I look at it. I will briefly respond to
Go ahead,
that
Mayor.
statement
The floor is
because we
yours.
have already done this dance before regarding this exact question. We do have a Hispanic police officer on our police department. We also have 2 Filipino officers, 1 Circassian officer, and 2 female officers, all which fall under a class of minority. I will again state, and I'm going to leave it at this. I have only hired 3 police officers since I have been sworn in as mayor. That said, I can tell you, in the 3 that I have hired, and if I am elected again and hire additional officers in years to come, I will not hire officers based upon race alone. I will not hire officers based upon sex alone. I will not hire officers based upon any one criteria except that they are the best all-around officer that we have to fill the position. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. Mrs. Kraus, are there any more emails regarding public comment on all matters?
No, I haven't received anything else.
Thank you, Mrs. Kraus. Can I have a motion to close to public comment at this time?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Kawadi, second by moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Kawadi. I apologize. All those in favor of closing to public comment signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed signify by saying nay. Signify by saying nay. Thank you. I'm sorry, we had a little delay. Have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Kawadi, second by Councilman, second time. Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Kawadi. All those in favor of moving the consent agenda, Mrs. Kraus, call the roll.
Councilmember Havlet? Yes. Councilmember Kawadi?
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes. Can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Kawadi. All those in favor all those in favor of adjourning this meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. This meeting is now closed. Thank you.